Welcome to race number 2 from the Norisring in the Wednesday series. This is the reverse grid race. As always, 13 cars on the grid. Benjamin Boyer is the absentee from the first race. And without further ado, let's get rolling down the grid. On the pole position is Mike Magasevich for Golden Bolt Racing. MMS's Michael Schneider is second. Stefan Gervais for John Slow Racing. Spalding GT's Mark Klabzul's on the second row, starting from P4. Look for him to make a move. He's traditionally one of the best starters on the grid. P5 is Wesley Stokes for Team Shashma. P6 is Zagato Pistons' Mike Mark. P8 is Spalding's Alessio DeBonis. P9 is Rick Martel, Team Shashma. Or pardon me, that says P8, Rick Martel. And then P9, Jason Mons for Zagato Piston. And John Slow Racing's Martin Lauer. They were the point scorers last time around. Lauer was the winner. And starting from where they finished, Dean Reimers of Golden Bolt, David Collins of John Slow, and Fallen Angel Racing's Allen and Hill. Let's look at how this thing goes down to the first corner. It was surprisingly clean in race 1. We'll see if they can make it happen again. Gervais got bogged down on the line. Magasevich appears to have gotten a good getaway. Michael Schneider is going to be on the inside, though, challenging him, though. In the background, it's looking like they may even go 3 wide. Magasevich is going to be through. No, Schneider with the late move. There is gentle contact. Magasevich looked like he still had the lead, but Schneider has got the better line into turn 2. Magasevich goes in deep to try and defend the position and successfully holds on. Mark Klabzul's up into third place. We thought that would happen after Gervais kind of bogged down at the start. Gervais is still in the mix, though, as well as Alessio DeBonis and Wesley Stokes. And DeBonis is going down the inside of turn 4. Klabzul is off the track for a bit there and going to drop back a couple spots. Gervais goes into the wall, so some problems there as well. Allen and Hill, I think, spun out, judging by his position in the field. Mike Magasevich holds on to the lead here. This will be an 18-lap race. He's got Michael Schneider behind him, followed by Mike Mark, who's up in third place. A fantastic opening lap for the Canadian. Contact between Schneider and Magasevich. Mark gets caught up in a little bit, too. I would say that's probably on Schneider. It looked like Magasevich didn't really have any room to work with. That being said, Magasevich going slowly, still hanging on through turn 2 yet again. Schneider is out wide, and this is going to open up the door for Mike Mark and Alessio DeBonis, who is the other car in the mix there. Martin Lauer, Jason Mons, Wesley Stokes are back further. This battle for second continues. Mark has got it. Schneider is down to third, followed by DeBonis. Fifth place is race 1 winner Martin Lauer, followed by Jason Mons, who's up to 6th. 7th is Mark Klabzul, who's gotten back past Wesley Stokes down to 8th. Rick Martel, 9th. Dean Reimers is 10th. Stefan Gervais has had some problems and slipped back to 11th. David Collins and Allen and Hell rounding off the field. And Hell has had some problems. I think that there's going to be a battle here for the lead for the foreseeable future. Magasevich, not one of the faster cars in the grid. He just had the reverse grid pole, got out to a pretty good start. Had to really fight hard with Mike Schneider. And that battle's not ended. He's got a little bit of a cushion now, and Schneider is attacking Mike Mark to assist him in this regard. Speaking of, Mike Mark is looking to set up for a move here into turn 4. Doesn't really go for it. Magasevich will hold unless he goes wide here. Reasonably good. Schneider, DeBonis, Lauer, Mons all through relatively clean. See, nothing really happening. Mark Klabzul in 7th place is dropping just a bit off the battle for the lead with Stokes, Martel. Gervais has bagged Reimers for the final points paying position, so that's a big deal. Mike Mark is on the inside of Magasevich. Magasevich has gone wide in that turn a couple of times, and this time I think it's going to cost him the lead. Can he make the run into turn 2? He's going for it, and there's contact! Magasevich losing control. Schneider getting collected in there. Magasevich is going to come off the worst of it as he's down to 9th place by the looks of it. I would probably put that on his shoulders, but Mike Mark is in the lead. Martin Lauer, as a couple people get wide there, allows Matt Lauer and Jason Mons up the inside. What have we got now? Lauer is in 2nd place, followed by, it looks like DeBonis is still hanging on to 3rd position. 4th is Mons. 5th is now Schneider. 6th is Klabzul. Wesley Stokes is in 7th, but under pressure from his Team Shosper teammate Rick Martel. So an inter-team battle there. Magasevich going very wide again, and that's going to cost him 9th place as Gervais goes through. And then he loses control, and that's going to allow Reimers, or Dave Collins has dropped really off the back here. I'm not sure what happened to the John Slow car. Mike Marks still in the lead, holding on against Martin Lauer. I shouldn't say still, he's been in the lead for about a lap, but he's holding on against Martin Lauer, Alessio DeBonis, and Jason Mons. Michael Schneider, 5th place. 6th place, Mark Klapzul having a pretty solid race after some early problems. Wesley Stokes is hanging on, and Stefan Gervais has fought back and gotten past Rick Martel. So far from being able to get past Martel and up through the grid into 7th place, Martel's been backed off to 9th as Gervais goes through, and Mike Magasevich is way off the back of this now. What could have been for the pole sitter, but he is at the back now, and I don't think he really has the pace to make much of a comeback. We're on lap 6 here, we're approaching 1/3 distance in the race. Still in the lead, like we said, Mike Mark is in the lead, followed by Martin Lauer, who won last race. He's looking to go for the double. Jason Mons is still pestering Alessio DeBonis, but can't seem to get past him. Mike Schneider is caught up in that as well. And then there is kind of a second battle from about 6th down to about 10th position. Klapzul down to Reimers. Dave Collins, I believe, has gone off again, and Alan Angel is out of last place into 12th. Dean Reimers is taking 9th place off of Rick Martel. That appears to have happened at turn 1. Let's take a look. No, looks like he lost it a while ago. Maybe turn 4. It would have to be turn 4. Wesley Stokes and Stefan Gervais squabbling over 7th place. Gervais going for the switchback, but can't quite make it happen. In terms of the Academy, Michael Schneider is in 1st place. Mons going for a move on Alessio DeBonis for 3rd place. Doesn't look like he got it, but it's still going. Battle is still on. Let's ride on board with the championship leader. He's looking to get the inside line into turn 1. So we'll give him track position. But he's a little late on the brakes, I think. Switchback may be in play. Nope. No, he got it. Up into 3rd goes Jason Mons. So back to what I was saying, in the Academy Cup, it's Schneider leading from Gervais, Reimers, Magasevich is 4th, 5th is Angel, and 6th is Collins. Those are the point-scoring Academy cars. So Zagato Piston one's 1-3 with Mons' move, so a double podium on offer for that team. Something has happened to Alessio DeBonis as well. Let's go find him. He's down behind Mike Magasevich, so that's going to put him in 11th place. What has happened? He just lost 3rd at turn 1. Judging by him being backwards, I'm wondering if maybe some contact? No, looks like he just loses control, loses grip. The tires cry no mas. And that drops him down all the way to 11th place. Mike Marquez's lead is being gradually reduced by Martin Lauer. Jason Mons is now in 3rd, so we'll see if he can make progress. He was the pole sitter and 2nd place finisher in race 1. But the man to beat has been Lauer in the black and blue car, getting a little deep into turn 1 there, but carrying a lot of speed through it. Michael Schneider having a pretty solid performance from turning a front row start into what looks like a 4th place finish. Mark Klapzul's up to 5th. Stefan Gervais is looking to go into 6th place, battling with Wesley Stokes. This battle was at one point over 8th place. It is now up to 6th. Gervais takes the wide line, looking to get the switch back. He's up inside of Stokes. And I think he's got the move done. Yeah, he's quite a bit clear, actually. So up to 6th goes Stefan Gervais. Battling through against the Team Shashma, Wesley Stokes. Stokes is going to try and come back here into turn 1. Nothing on there. Dean Reimer's going very wide in 8th place. Opening him up to maybe an assault from Rick Martel, who is the 9th place car. Mike Mark is under pressure, but defending well. We are on lap 10 of 18. There's a lot of overtaking opportunities on this track. Mark Klapzul, by the way, putting on a very solid performance here. He is catching Mike Schneider and looking to maybe move up. I thought he would fade back after he had his moment, and did briefly, but he's up in the 5th place once again and gaining ground on 4th place. Wesley Stokes is in 6th. Something has happened to Stefan Gervais because he is now behind everyone. We've lost Stefan Gervais. The car has given up. Martin Lauer trying to put the pressure on Mike Mark. Let's see if he tries to go for something into turn 4. Nope. Mike Mark takes a defensive line, gets a bit wide. Oh, the opening's there! The door's open. Lauer trying to drag him to the line. Mike Mark doing a good job of keeping that door very narrow. Taking the defensive line into turn 1 as well. Goes back to the optimal line. Lauer looks to the inside. There's not enough room there, I don't think. Contact. And, don't know what I feel about that one necessarily. Mike Mark did kind of force him off the track. And he's now under attack from Jason Mons, Mike Mark's teammate, which adds a little bit of a sinister overtone to that. Schneider still in 4th from Klapzul, Stokes, Reimers, Martel 8th, Magasevich is up to 9th. 10th is Gervais. So Gervais is back after problems. Lost the transponder, perhaps. And he's in 10th place now. He slipped back from 6th. But he is still going. He's got Alessio DeBonis for company. Alan Angel going into the wall. And I think that's going to give Dave Collins 12th place. Yep. Dave Collins a little disappointed probably with his performance right now. He had a pretty good race 1 up until the end when he had some tire problems, but he was definitely in the thick of it, showed some good pace. One of his better performances of the season. Martin Lauer getting wide into turn 1, and that's going to allow Jason Mons to say, thank you very much, I might have a favor of 2nd place here, but they're going to come into turn 2. This is still on. Lauer's going to get the better line, but the better line through 3 will go to Mons. Lauer holds on for now. Fantastic driving. In the background, we were praising Mark Klapzul and maybe being able to take a run at Schneider. It doesn't appear that that's coming to be. He's fallen back into the grips of Wesley Stokes in the Team Shashma entry, but nothing on as of yet. Klapzul still hanging on to 5th position. Reimers in 7th, 8th for Martel, 9th for Magasevich, and 10th for Gervais. Alessio DeBonis, I think, has had a moment again. Meantime, the battle for 2nd is where this battle is. Martin Lauer, Jason Mons, these two went at it for the race win in race 1, and Mons then didn't really seem to have anything for Lauer. I kind of disagree with this being a similar circumstance because it seems like he's got the faster car. He's just got to find a way around him through turn 3. I think he's got it. He does. Jason Mons is up to 2nd place. Can Lauer bring it back, though? Let's have a ride on board here for a bit. In the background, Michael Schneider in the MMS McLaren, still in 4th place. He's not hooking up. He's got to worry more, I think, about Schneider now than he does about getting back at Mons. Battle for 5th is on. Rick Martel in the background has taken 7th place away from Dean Reimers. Let's go have a look at what happened there. I'm thinking maybe turn 4 is the answer. It looks like I'm correct. So Reimers gets very wide into turn 4 and just leaves the door wide open for Rick Martel to take the position. Mike Marks still leading. The squabbling has helped him get away. And the battle is really on for 2nd and 5th. In the battle of the Academy Cup, Michael Schneider is leading. This is from Dean Reimers, Mike Magasevich, Stefan Gervais, Dave Collins, and can't seem to find Alan Angel, whose car may have died when he connected to the wall, and it looks like that is indeed the case. We have lost Alan Angel. Mind you, we thought we had lost Stefan Gervais, so we'll see. But a bit of a rough round for the McLarens. There were 3 on the grid for race 1, only 2 this time. And they've shown great pace, but also a great fragility when it comes to being able to go on the marbles and really make the passes work here, and that's kind of important in Norisring. Mike Mark losing ground to both his teammate Jason Mons and John Slow's Martin Lauer. To make matters more interesting, Dave Collins, who's a teammate of Martin Lauer, John Slow, is coming up to be lapped. Maybe a move here into turn 4, but I would say Mons has gotten much better track position there on the inside line. Similar stays here, but Klapzul is prone to getting the cut back there. Does not happen. He's got both the team Shoshmas now on his tail in 6th and 7th place, with teammates Stokes and Martel. Dean Reimers in 8th place, while Mike Magasevich, the 2 Golden Bolt cars. Their team leader, Genghis Khan, not here today. John Slow has got a 2nd car in the points with Stefan Gervais as well. One car for Spalding and 1 car for NMS. That's the 4th and 5th place cars. Klapzul still dominantly determined to defend this position. It's becoming a bit of a train, though. He's got the 2 Shoshmas there, and I think Reimers is eating into them. I think Magasevich is actually having a bit of a respondent run here towards the end. Made mistakes while in the lead and has kind of driven himself back into this fight almost. Not enough time left, though, as we're heading... Oh! Klapzul gets spun around. Let's have a look. It looks like it was contact with Wesley Stokes. Let's have a look at that. Let's get back to turn 4. Okay. Stokes goes in, takes the tighter line, gets the cut back, and it has a pretty... Clap got out of the turn better, but I would say that I don't really know where Wesley Stokes was supposed to go there. And through goes Martel and Reimers as well. Magasevich is through into 8th place. That's Klapzul down to 9th. Gervais will be after him. Mike Mark on his final lap. Still leading his Zagato Piston 1-2. Does he switch positions with Mons, the championship leader and team leader? Don't think it's really necessary. Mons is taking a massive chunk of points away from this with 2 second places with his main rival, Genghis Khan, not here. And indeed, Mike Mark is going to take the victory here at Norisring, followed by Jason Mons and Martin Lauer. And Michael Schneider is your top 4. 5th place is going to be Wesley Stokes, but perhaps headed to the front of the discipline line for the collision with Mark Klapzul. 6th place for Rick Martel. 7th place for Dean Reimers. 8th place for Mike Magasevich. By the way, it is Schneider, Reimers, Magasevich in the Academy Cup, followed by Mark Klapzul, who will take home a 9th ahead of Stefan Gervais, also in the Academy Cup. And Alessio DeBonis is going to finish in 11th position. I believe he is down a... No, he's not down a lap. So he's still coming around to finish. And and Dave Collins also making it the distance, albeit down a lap. Will score 5th place in the Academy Cup. We lost Alan and Hill in the race, and the McLaren 650s continue to be a bit of a fragile car. And we'll be back at you for the Saturday round of the championship from the Norisring. Then it is off to California to finish off the season at Laguna Seca and Sonoma.